Understanding bedroom requests. Why your husband wants you to try new things. Written and copyright by A. Castor. Chapter 9, Healthy Sexual Relationships. Introduction. A healthy sexual relationship is a cornerstone of overall relationship satisfaction and well-being. It is characterized by mutual respect, open communication, and a deep emotional connection. Maintaining this health over time requires continuous effort, understanding, and a willingness to grow together. This chapter delves into the characteristics of a healthy sexual relationship, strategies for maintaining intimacy and connection over time, and the importance of continuous growth and exploration together. Characteristics of a healthy sexual relationship. 1. Mutual respect, respect for boundaries. Both partners respect each other's boundaries and comfort levels. This involves understanding and honoring each other's limits. Valuing consent. Consent is always given freely and enthusiastically by both partners, ensuring that all activities are mutually agreed upon. 2. Open communication. Honest conversations. Partners engage in honest and open conversations about their sexual desires, fantasies, and boundaries. Active listening. Both partners practice active listening, showing empathy and understanding towards each other's feelings and concerns. 3. Emotional connection. Emotional intimacy. There is a strong emotional bond between partners, characterized by trust, love, and mutual support. Vulnerability. Partners feel safe being vulnerable with each other, sharing their deepest desires and fears without fear of judgment. 4. Mutual satisfaction. Shared pleasure. Both partners prioritize each other's pleasure and satisfaction, ensuring a balanced and fulfilling sexual experience. Exploration and experimentation. There is a mutual willingness to explore and experiment with new activities to keep the sexual relationship exciting and dynamic. Maintaining intimacy and connection over time. 1. Regular communication. Check-ins. Regularly check in with each other about sexual satisfaction, desires, and any concerns. This helps to address any issues before they become significant problems. Expressing appreciation. Regularly express appreciation for each other, both in and out of the bedroom. This reinforces the emotional connection. 2. Prioritizing quality time. Scheduled intimacy. Set aside dedicated time for intimacy, ensuring that it is a priority amidst the demands of daily life. Non-sexual intimacy. Engage in activities that foster non-sexual intimacy, such as cuddling, holding hands, and sharing meaningful conversations. 3. Keeping the spark alive. Surprise and spontaneity. Introduce elements of surprise and spontaneity into your sexual relationship to keep it exciting. Exploring fantasies. Discuss and explore each other's fantasies, ensuring that any new activities are consensual and comfortable for both partners. 4. Addressing changes, adapting to life changes. Understand that sexual desires and needs may change over time due to factors such as aging, stress, or health issues. Be willing to adapt and adjust to these changes together. Seeking support. Don't hesitate to seek support from a therapist or counselor if needed. Professional help can provide valuable insights and strategies for maintaining intimacy. Continuing to grow and explore together. 1. Continuous learning. Educational resources. Utilize educational resources such as books, workshops, and online courses to learn about sexual health and new practices. Staying informed. Stay informed about sexual health and wellness, ensuring that both partners are knowledgeable about safe and healthy sexual practices. 2. Shared exploration. Trying new things together. Be open to trying new things together, whether it's a new position, a new location, or incorporating new elements such as toys or role-playing. Building trust through exploration. Use shared exploration as an opportunity to build trust and deepen the connection. 3. Setting goals. Sexual goals. Set sexual goals together, such as trying a new activity each month or spending more time on foreplay. These goals can keep the relationship dynamic and exciting. Personal growth. Support each other's personal growth and self-discovery. Encourage each other to explore and express individual desires and interests. Conclusion. A healthy sexual relationship is built on mutual respect, open communication, and a deep emotional connection. By maintaining intimacy and connection over time and continuing to grow and explore together, couples can create a fulfilling and dynamic sexual relationship. This chapter provides practical strategies and insights to help couples nurture their sexual relationship, ensuring that it remains a source of joy and satisfaction throughout their lives. Mutual respect. Introduction. Mutual respect is a cornerstone of any healthy and fulfilling relationship. It involves recognizing and honoring each other's boundaries and ensuring that all interactions and activities are consensual. By fostering an environment of mutual respect, couples can build trust, enhance their emotional connection, and ensure that both partners feel valued and understood. This guide explores the importance of respecting boundaries and valuing consent, offering practical strategies for cultivating mutual respect in intimate relationships. Respect for boundaries. Both partners respect each other's boundaries and comfort levels. This involves understanding and honoring each other's limits. Respecting boundaries is essential for creating a safe and supportive environment in which both partners feel secure and respected. 1. Communicate openly about boundaries. Why it matters. Open communication about boundaries ensures that both partners understand each other's limits and can act accordingly. How to implement. Have candid discussions about what you are comfortable with and what you are not. For example, I'm comfortable with these activities, but I have boundaries around these areas. 2. Acknowledge and accept boundaries. Why it matters. Acknowledging and accepting your partner's boundaries shows respect for their comfort and autonomy. How to implement. Respond positively when your partner shares their boundaries and avoid pressuring them to change. For example, I respect your boundaries and appreciate you sharing them with me. 3. Regularly revisit boundaries. Why it matters. Boundaries can change over time, so it's important to regularly revisit and update them. How to implement. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss any changes in boundaries. For example, let's check in every few months to see if our boundaries have changed and if we need to update them. 4. Respect physical and emotional boundaries. Why it matters. Respecting both physical and emotional boundaries ensures that both partners feel safe and respected in all aspects of the relationship. How to implement. Be mindful of your partner's physical space and emotional needs. For example, I'll always ask for your consent before initiating physical touch, and I'll respect your need for emotional space when you need it. 5. Respond appropriately to boundary violations. Why it matters. Addressing boundary violations promptly and appropriately reinforces the importance of respecting boundaries. How to implement. Apologize and make amends if you unintentionally cross a boundary. For example, I'm sorry for crossing that boundary. I didn't realize it was an issue, and I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Valuing consent. Consent is always given freely and enthusiastically by both partners, ensuring that all activities are mutually agreed upon. Valuing consent is crucial for maintaining trust, respect, and mutual satisfaction in a relationship. 1. Ensure enthusiastic consent. Why it matters. Enthusiastic consent ensures that both partners are fully willing and excited to participate in any activity. How to implement. Look for clear, affirmative expressions of consent. For example, I want to make sure you're just as excited about this as I am. Are you comfortable and willing to proceed? 2. Ask for consent regularly. Why it matters. Regularly asking for consent ensures ongoing mutual agreement and respect for each other's comfort levels. How to implement. Check in with your partner regularly to confirm their consent. For example, is this still okay with you? Do you want to continue or try something different? 3. Respect withdrawal of consent. Why it matters. Consent can be withdrawn at any time, and it's important to respect your partner's decision to stop or change activities. How to implement. Immediately stop the activity if your partner withdraws consent and address any concerns they may have. For example, let's stop here. I want to make sure you're comfortable and feel safe. 4. Educate yourself on consent. Why it matters. Understanding the principles of consent helps ensure that all interactions are respectful and consensual. How to implement. Educate yourself and your partner about the importance of consent. For example, let's read about and discuss consent together to ensure we both understand and respect its importance. 5. Create a culture of consent. Why it matters. Creating a culture of consent in your relationship fosters mutual respect and understanding, making both partners feel valued and respected. How to implement. Normalize discussing and asking for consent in all aspects of your relationship. For example, I want us to always feel comfortable discussing our boundaries and asking for consent in any situation. Practical steps for fostering mutual respect. 1. Communicate openly about boundaries. Have candid discussions about comfort levels and boundaries. Ensure mutual understanding of each other's limits. 2. Acknowledge and accept boundaries. Respond positively to your partner's boundaries. Avoid pressuring your partner to change their boundaries. 3. Regularly revisit boundaries. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss any changes in boundaries. Update boundaries as needed to reflect changing comfort levels. 4. Respect physical and emotional boundaries. Be mindful of your partner's physical space and emotional needs. Ensure both partners feel safe and respected in all aspects of the relationship. 5. Respond appropriately to boundary violations. Apologize and make amends if you unintentionally cross a boundary. Reinforce the importance of respecting boundaries. 6. Ensure enthusiastic consent. Look for clear, affirmative expressions of consent. Ensure both partners are fully willing and excited to participate in any activity. 7. Ask for consent regularly. Check in with your partner regularly to confirm their consent. Ensure ongoing mutual agreement and respect for each other's comfort levels. 8. Respect withdrawal of consent. Immediately stop the activity if your partner withdraws consent. Address any concerns they may have and ensure their comfort. 9. Educate yourself on consent. Learn about the principles of consent and discuss them with your partner. Ensure both partners understand and respect the importance of consent. 10. Create a culture of consent. Normalize discussing and asking for consent in all aspects of your relationship. Foster mutual respect and understanding, making both partners feel valued and respected. By respecting boundaries and valuing consent, couples can build a foundation of mutual respect that enhances trust, emotional connection, and overall relationship satisfaction. This approach ensures that both partners feel safe, valued, and understood, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Open communication. Introduction. Open communication is the bedrock of a strong, healthy, and fulfilling relationship. By engaging in honest conversations about sexual desires, fantasies, and boundaries and practicing active listening, partners can foster a deeper connection and mutual understanding. Open communication helps to ensure that both partners feel heard, respected, and valued, creating a safe and supportive environment for exploring intimacy. This guide explores the importance of honest conversations and active listening, offering practical strategies for enhancing communication in intimate relationships. Honest conversations. Partners engage in honest and open conversations about their sexual desires, fantasies, and boundaries. Honest conversations build trust, foster mutual understanding, and help partners feel comfortable expressing their needs and preferences. 1. Create a safe space for dialogue. Why it matters. A safe and non-judgmental environment encourages honesty and openness, making it easier to discuss intimate desires and boundaries. How to implement. Choose a comfortable, private setting for these conversations, ensuring both partners feel relaxed and safe. For example, let's talk about our desires and boundaries in a comfortable and private place where we can both feel at ease. 2. Encourage vulnerability. Why it matters. Encouraging vulnerability helps both partners share their true feelings and desires without fear of judgment or rejection. How to implement. Express your willingness to listen and support your partner's honesty. For example, I want you to feel comfortable sharing your true desires with me. and I promise to listen without judgment. 3. Be clear and direct. Why it matters. Clear and direct communication prevents misunderstandings and ensures that both partners understand each other's needs and boundaries. How to implement. Use straightforward language to express your desires and boundaries. For example, I feel most comfortable when we communicate clearly about our boundaries and what we enjoy. 4. Discuss desires and fantasies. Why it matters. Discussing desires and fantasies helps partners understand each other's preferences and find common ground for exploration. How to implement. Share your fantasies and encourage your partner to do the same. For example, I'd like to share some of my fantasies with you and hear about yours. It might bring us closer and help us understand each other better. 5. Regularly revisit conversations. Why it matters. Regularly revisiting conversations about desires and boundaries ensures that both partners remain aligned and respectful of each other's evolving needs. How to implement. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss any changes in desires or boundaries. For example, let's make it a habit to check in with each other every few months to discuss our desires and any new boundaries. Active listening. Both partners practice active listening, showing empathy and understanding towards each other's feelings and concerns. Active listening fosters mutual respect, enhances emotional connection, and ensures that both partners feel heard and valued. 1. Give full attention. Why it matters. Giving your full attention shows your partner that you value their words and feelings, creating a sense of importance and respect. How to implement. Put away distractions, make eye contact, and focus entirely on your partner when they are speaking. For example, let's turn off our phones and focus on each other while we talk. 2. Use nonverbal cues. Why it matters. Nonverbal cues such as nodding, maintaining eye contact, and appropriate facial expressions show that you are engaged and understanding. How to implement. Nod, smile, and use other nonverbal gestures to show you are listening. For example, I'm nodding and making eye contact to show that I'm fully engaged in what you're saying. 3. Reflect and paraphrase. Why it matters. Reflecting and paraphrasing what your partner says demonstrates that you are actively processing their words and helps clarify understanding. How to implement. Repeat back what you heard in your own words to confirm understanding. For example, so you're saying that you feel uncomfortable when we try that because it makes you feel vulnerable. Is that correct? 4. Avoid interrupting. Why it matters. Interrupting can make your partner feel unheard and disrespected. Allowing them to speak without interruption shows patience and respect. How to implement. Let your partner finish their thoughts before responding. For example, I'm listening, and I'll wait until you're done to share my thoughts. 5. Show empathy and validate feelings. Why it matters. Showing empathy and validating your partner's feelings demonstrates that you care about their emotional experience and fosters a deeper connection. How to implement. Acknowledge and validate your partner's emotions, expressing understanding and support. For example, I understand why you feel that way, and I'm here to support you. Practical steps for open communication. 1. Create a safe space for dialogue. Choose a comfortable, private setting for conversations. Ensure both partners feel relaxed and safe. 2. Encourage vulnerability. Express willingness to listen and support your partner's honesty. Foster an environment where both partners feel comfortable sharing their true feelings. 3. Be clear and direct. Use straightforward language to express desires and boundaries. Prevent misunderstandings by communicating clearly. 4. Discuss desires and fantasies. Share your fantasies and encourage your partner to do the same. Understand each other's preferences and find common ground. 5. Regularly revisit conversations. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss changes in desires or boundaries. Ensure both partners remain aligned and respectful of evolving needs. 6. Give full attention. Put away distractions and focus entirely on your partner. Show that you value their words and feelings. 7. Use nonverbal cues. Nod, smile, and maintain eye contact to show engagement. Use appropriate facial expressions to demonstrate understanding. 8. Reflect and paraphrase. Repeat back what you heard in your own words to confirm understanding. Clarify any points to ensure full comprehension. 9. Avoid interrupting. Let your partner finish their thoughts before responding. Show patience and respect by not interrupting. 10. Show empathy and validate feelings. Acknowledge and validate your partner's emotions. Express understanding and support to foster a deeper connection. By engaging in honest conversations and practicing active listening, couples can enhance their communication and strengthen their emotional bond. This approach ensures that both partners feel heard, respected, and valued, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Emotional connection. Introduction. Emotional connection is the heart of a deep and fulfilling relationship. It goes beyond physical attraction and shared interests, creating a bond rooted in trust, love, and mutual support. Emotional intimacy and vulnerability are essential components of this connection, allowing partners to feel safe, understood, and valued. This guide explores the significance of emotional intimacy and vulnerability, providing practical strategies for building and nurturing a strong emotional connection. Emotional intimacy. There is a strong emotional bond between partners, characterized by trust, love, and mutual support. Emotional intimacy involves sharing your inner world with your partner, fostering a sense of closeness and understanding that strengthens the relationship. 1. Build trust through consistency. Why it matters. Trust is the foundation of emotional intimacy, and consistency in words and actions reinforces trust. How to implement. Be reliable and consistent in your behavior, keeping promises and following through on commitments. For example, I always show up when I say I will, and I follow through on my promises, which helps build trust in our relationship. 2. Express love and affection. Why it matters. Regularly expressing love and affection reinforces the emotional bond and makes partners feel valued. How to implement. Use words, actions, and gestures to show love and affection. For example, I tell my partner I love them daily and show affection through hugs, kisses, and thoughtful gestures. 3. Offer mutual support. Why it matters. Providing and receiving support during challenging times strengthens the emotional connection and demonstrates commitment. How to implement. Be there for your partner during difficult times and celebrate their successes. For example, I support my partner by listening to their problems, offering help when needed, and celebrating their achievements. 4. Engage in deep conversations. Why it matters. Deep conversations about hopes, dreams, fears, and values foster a deeper understanding and connection. How to implement. Set aside time for meaningful conversations where you explore each other's inner worlds. For example, we have regular conversations about our dreams and fears, which helps us understand and connect on a deeper level. 5. Practice empathy and compassion. Why it matters. Empathy and compassion enable partners to understand and share each other's feelings, enhancing emotional intimacy. How to implement. Listen actively and respond with empathy, showing that you understand and care about your partner's emotions. For example, I listen to my partner's feelings and respond with empathy, which makes them feel understood and supported. Vulnerability. Partners feel safe being vulnerable with each other, sharing their deepest desires and fears without fear of judgment. Vulnerability fosters authenticity and trust, allowing partners to connect on a profound emotional level. 1. Create a safe environment. Why it matters. A safe environment encourages openness and vulnerability, as partners feel assured that they will not be judged or rejected. How to implement. Establish a non-judgmental space where both partners can share their thoughts and feelings freely. For example, we have created a safe space where we can share our deepest thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. 2. Share personal experiences. Why it matters. Sharing personal experiences, including successes and failures, builds trust and deepens the emotional bond. How to implement. Open up about your personal experiences, including your struggles and triumphs. For example, I share my personal experiences, including my failures with my partner, which helps us connect on a deeper level. 3. Be honest about fears and insecurities. Why it matters. Honesty about fears and insecurities fosters trust and allows partners to support each other emotionally. How to implement. Communicate your fears and insecurities honestly and encourage your partner to do the same. For example, I openly talk about my fears and insecurities with my partner, which helps us support each other emotionally. 4. Validate each other's vulnerability. Why it matters. Validating your partner's vulnerability reinforces trust and shows that you value their honesty and courage. How to implement. Acknowledge and appreciate your partner's willingness to be vulnerable. For example, I always validate my partner's vulnerability by acknowledging their courage and expressing appreciation for their honesty. 5. Respond with compassion. Why it matters. Responding with compassion when your partner is vulnerable strengthens the emotional connection and builds trust. How to implement. Show compassion and understanding when your partner shares their vulnerabilities. For example, when my partner opens up about their vulnerabilities, I respond with compassion and understanding, which strengthens our emotional bond. Practical steps for building emotional connection. 1. Build trust through consistency. Be reliable and consistent in your behavior. Keep promises and follow through on commitments. 2. Express love and affection. Use words, actions, and gestures to show love and affection. Reinforce the emotional bond regularly. 3. Offer mutual support. Be there for your partner during challenging times and celebrate their successes. Provide and receive support to strengthen the emotional connection. 4. Engage in deep conversations. Set aside time for meaningful conversations about hopes, dreams, fears, and values. Explore each other's inner worlds to foster a deeper understanding. 5. Practice empathy and compassion. Listen actively and respond with empathy and compassion. Show that you understand and care about your partner's emotions. 6. Create a safe environment. Establish a non-judgmental space for sharing thoughts and feelings. Encourage openness and vulnerability without fear of judgment. 7. Share personal experiences. Open up about your personal experiences, including successes and failures. Build trust by sharing your struggles and triumphs. 8. Be honest about fears and insecurities. Communicate your fears and insecurities honestly. Encourage your partner to share their fears and insecurities. 9. Validate each other's vulnerability. Acknowledge and appreciate your partner's willingness to be vulnerable. Reinforce trust by valuing their honesty and courage. 10. Respond with compassion. Show compassion and understanding when your partner is vulnerable. Strengthen the emotional connection by responding with empathy. By fostering emotional intimacy and embracing vulnerability, couples can build a profound emotional connection that enhances trust, love, and mutual support. This approach ensures that both partners feel safe, understood, and valued, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Mutual satisfaction. Introduction. Mutual satisfaction is a key component of a healthy and fulfilling sexual relationship. It involves both partners prioritizing each other's pleasure and satisfaction, ensuring a balanced and enjoyable experience for both. By fostering a spirit of shared pleasure and encouraging exploration and experimentation, couples can maintain excitement and dynamism in their sexual relationship. This guide explores the importance of shared pleasure and the willingness to explore and experiment, offering practical strategies for achieving mutual satisfaction. Shared pleasure. Both partners prioritize each other's pleasure and satisfaction, ensuring a balanced and fulfilling sexual experience. Shared pleasure emphasizes the importance of mutual enjoyment, creating a deeper connection and fostering intimacy. 1. Communicate desires and preferences. Why it matters. Open communication about desires and preferences helps ensure that both partners' needs are understood and met. How to implement. Have regular conversations about what you enjoy and what you would like to try. For example, I really enjoy it when we do this and I'm curious about trying that. How do you feel about it? 2. Focus on mutual enjoyment. Why it matters. Prioritizing mutual enjoyment helps create a more satisfying and balanced sexual experience for both partners. How to implement. Pay attention to your partner's reactions and adjust your actions to enhance their pleasure. For example, I notice you seem to enjoy this. Does it feel good for you? 3. Practice generosity. Why it matters. Being generous in your approach to your partner's pleasure fosters a sense of care and respect, enhancing the overall experience. How to implement. Make an effort to please your partner, showing consideration for their desires and satisfaction. For example, I want to make sure you feel as satisfied as I do. What can I do to enhance your experience? 4. Alternate focus. Why it matters. Alternating focus between partners ensures that both individuals experience being the giver and receiver of pleasure. How to implement. Take turns focusing on each other's pleasure during intimate moments. For example, tonight, let's focus on your pleasure first, and then we can switch. 5. Provide positive feedback. Why it matters. Positive feedback reinforces desired behaviors and encourages ongoing mutual satisfaction. How to implement. Compliment your partner on what they do well and express gratitude for their efforts. For example, I really love it when you do that. It makes me feel amazing. Exploration and experimentation. There is a mutual willingness to explore and experiment with new activities to keep the sexual relationship exciting and dynamic. Exploration and experimentation help maintain excitement and prevent routine from dulling the sexual connection. 1. Create a safe environment for exploration. Why it matters. A safe and non-judgmental environment encourages openness to new experiences and experimentation. How to implement. Establish trust and reassurance, ensuring both partners feel comfortable exploring new activities. For example, let's create a judgment-free zone where we can freely explore new things together. 2. Discuss and set boundaries. Why it matters. Clear boundaries ensure that both partners feel comfortable and respected while exploring new activities. How to implement. Have open discussions about what you are willing to try and what is off-limits. For example, I'm open to trying this, but I'm not comfortable with that. Let's find a middle ground. 3. Try new activities together. Why it matters. Experimenting with new activities keeps the sexual relationship dynamic and exciting. How to implement. Make a list of new things you'd like to try and explore them together. For example, I've always wanted to try this. How about we explore it together and see how we feel? 4. Be open to feedback. Why it matters. Openness to feedback helps refine the experience and ensures that both partners are comfortable and satisfied. How to implement. Encourage honest feedback about new activities and make adjustments as needed. For example, how did you feel about that? Is there anything we should change for next time? 5. Celebrate discoveries. Why it matters. Celebrating new discoveries and shared experiences strengthens the bond and reinforces a positive sexual dynamic. How to implement. Acknowledge and celebrate new things you both enjoy. For example, I loved trying that new thing with you. It was exciting and brought us closer. Practical steps for achieving mutual satisfaction. 1. Communicate desires and preferences. Have regular conversations about what you enjoy and want to try. Ensure mutual understanding of each other's needs and desires. 2. Focus on mutual enjoyment. Pay attention to your partner's reactions and adjust your actions. Create a balanced and satisfying experience for both partners. 3. Practice generosity. Make an effort to please your partner and show consideration for their desires. Foster a sense of care and respect in your approach to their pleasure. 4. Alternate focus. Take turns focusing on each other's pleasure during intimate moments. Ensure both partners experience being the giver and receiver of pleasure. 5. Provide positive feedback. Compliment your partner on what they do well and express gratitude. Reinforce desired behaviors and encourage ongoing mutual satisfaction. 6. Create a safe environment for exploration. Establish trust and reassurance for comfortable exploration of new activities. Encourage openness and experimentation in a judgment-free zone. 7. Discuss and set boundaries. Have open discussions about willingness and limits for new activities. Ensure both partners feel comfortable and respected. 8. Try new activities together. Make a list of new things to try and explore them together. Keep the sexual relationship dynamic and exciting. 9. Be open to feedback. Encourage honest feedback about new activities and make adjustments. Ensure both partners are comfortable and satisfied. 10. Celebrate discoveries. Acknowledge and celebrate new things you both enjoy. Strengthen the bond and reinforce a positive sexual dynamic. By prioritizing shared pleasure and fostering a spirit of exploration and experimentation, couples can achieve mutual satisfaction and maintain a fulfilling and dynamic sexual relationship. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and excited about their intimate connection, promoting a healthy and lasting bond. Regular communication. Introduction. Regular communication is essential for maintaining a healthy and fulfilling sexual relationship. By consistently checking in with each other about sexual satisfaction, desires, and concerns, couples can address issues before they become significant problems. Additionally, expressing appreciation for each other reinforces the emotional connection and fosters a positive and supportive environment. This guide explores the importance of regular check-ins and expressing appreciation, offering practical strategies for enhancing communication in intimate relationships. Check-ins. Regularly check in with each other about sexual satisfaction, desires, and any concerns. This proactive approach helps address issues early, ensuring that both partners feel heard and valued. 1. Schedule regular check-ins. Why it matters. Regularly scheduled check-ins create a consistent space for open dialogue, ensuring that concerns and desires are addressed in a timely manner. How to implement. Set aside dedicated time each week or month to discuss your sexual relationship. For example, let's make Sunday evenings our time to talk about how we're feeling and what we might want to try. 2. Create a safe and comfortable environment. Why it matters. A safe and comfortable environment encourages honest and open communication, making it easier to discuss sensitive topics. How to implement. Choose a private and relaxed setting for your check-ins. For example, let's have our check-in after dinner when we're both relaxed and can focus on each other. 3. Use open-ended questions. Why it matters. Open-ended questions encourage deeper conversations and help uncover underlying feelings and desires. How to implement. Ask questions that invite detailed responses, such as, how have you been feeling about our intimacy lately? Or, is there anything new you'd like to try? 4. Listen actively and empathetically. Why it matters. Active and empathetic listening shows that you value your partner's perspective, fostering trust and understanding. How to implement. Focus on your partner's words, maintain eye contact, and provide verbal acknowledgments. For example, I hear you, and I understand that you'd like us to focus more on foreplay. 5. Address concerns promptly. Why it matters. Addressing concerns promptly prevents small issues from escalating into significant problems, ensuring a healthy and satisfying sexual relationship. How to implement. Discuss and resolve any concerns raised during check-ins. For example, I appreciate you sharing your concerns about our schedule. Let's figure out how we can make more time for each other. Expressing appreciation. Regularly express appreciation for each other, both in and out of the bedroom. Expressing appreciation reinforces the emotional connection and fosters a positive and supportive relationship. 1. Acknowledge efforts and gestures. Why it matters. Acknowledging your partner's efforts and gestures shows that you value and appreciate their contributions to the relationship. How to implement. Verbally express gratitude for your partner's actions, big or small. For example, thank you for making dinner tonight. I really appreciate it. 2. Compliment each other. Why it matters. Compliments boost self-esteem and reinforce positive behaviors, contributing to a loving and affirming relationship. How to implement. Give genuine compliments about your partner's appearance, actions, or qualities. For example, you look amazing in that outfit, and I love how thoughtful you are. 3. Express appreciation in intimate moments. Why it matters. Expressing appreciation during intimate moments enhances emotional connection and sexual satisfaction. How to implement. Share your feelings of gratitude and admiration during and after intimate moments. For example, I love how attentive you are to my needs. It makes me feel so connected to you. 4. Celebrate achievements together. Why it matters. Celebrating achievements together strengthens your bond and shows that you support each other's successes. How to implement. Acknowledge and celebrate personal and shared accomplishments. For example, congratulations on your promotion. Let's celebrate with a special dinner. 5. Show appreciation through actions. Why it matters. Actions often speak louder than words, and thoughtful gestures can deeply reinforce feelings of appreciation and love. How to implement. Perform acts of kindness that show your appreciation, such as planning a surprise date or doing a chore your partner dislikes. For example, I took care of the laundry today so you can relax when you get home. Practical steps for regular communication. 1. Schedule regular check-ins. Set aside dedicated time each week or month for open dialogue. Ensure consistency in addressing your sexual relationship. 2. Create a safe and comfortable environment. Choose a private and relaxed setting for check-ins. Foster an atmosphere conducive to honest communication. 3. Use open-ended questions. Ask questions that invite detailed responses. Encourage deeper conversations about feelings and desires. 4. Listen actively and empathetically. Focus on your partner's words and maintain eye contact. Provide verbal acknowledgments and show empathy. 5. Address concerns promptly. Discuss and resolve concerns raised during check-ins. Prevent small issues from escalating into significant problems. 6. Acknowledge efforts and gestures. Verbally express gratitude for your partner's actions. Show that you value their contributions to the relationship. 7. Compliment each other. Give genuine compliments about your partner's qualities and actions. Boost self-esteem and reinforce positive behaviors. 8. Express appreciation in intimate moments. Share feelings of gratitude and admiration during intimate moments. Enhance emotional connection and sexual satisfaction. 9. Celebrate achievements together. Acknowledge and celebrate personal and shared accomplishments. Strengthen your bond by supporting each other's successes. 10. Show appreciation through actions. Perform acts of kindness that demonstrate appreciation. Reinforce feelings of love and appreciation through thoughtful gestures. By regularly checking in and expressing appreciation, couples can maintain open communication and a strong emotional connection. This approach ensures that both partners feel heard, valued, and supported, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Prioritizing quality time. Introduction. In today's fast-paced world, the demands of daily life can often overshadow the time and effort needed to maintain a healthy and intimate relationship. Prioritizing quality time, both sexual and non-sexual, is essential for fostering a strong and fulfilling connection with your partner. By setting aside dedicated time for intimacy and engaging in activities that promote non-sexual closeness, couples can strengthen their bond and ensure their relationship remains vibrant and satisfying. This guide explores the importance of scheduled intimacy and non-sexual intimacy, offering practical strategies for prioritizing quality time in a relationship. Scheduled intimacy. Set aside dedicated time for intimacy, ensuring that it is a priority amidst the demands of daily life. Scheduled intimacy helps maintain a consistent and fulfilling sexual relationship, reinforcing the emotional and physical connection between partners. 1. Plan intimate time together. Why it matters. Planning intimate time ensures that it remains a priority and is not overlooked due to busy schedules. How to implement. Schedule regular dates or specific times for intimacy, just like any other important activity. For example, let's plan a date night every Friday where we can focus on each other without distractions. 2. Create a relaxing environment. Why it matters. A relaxing environment enhances the intimate experience and helps both partners feel more connected and comfortable. How to implement. Set the mood with candles, soft music, and a comfortable setting. For example, I'll prepare our bedroom with some candles and soft music to make our time together more special. 3. Prioritize quality over quantity. Why it matters. Focusing on the quality of intimate time rather than the frequency can lead to more meaningful and satisfying experiences. How to implement. Ensure that the time spent together is engaging and fulfilling, even if it's not frequent. For example, let's make sure our time together is really special and meaningful, even if it's just once a week. 4. Communicate desires and boundaries. Why it matters. Open communication about desires and boundaries ensures that both partners feel comfortable and satisfied during intimate moments. How to implement. Discuss what you both want and are comfortable with before intimate time. For example, let's talk about what we'd like to try tonight and make sure we're both comfortable with it. 5. Be present and engaged. Why it matters. Being fully present and engaged during intimate time enhances the connection and intimacy between partners. How to implement. Put away distractions and focus entirely on each other. For example, let's turn off our phones and really focus on enjoying our time together. Non-sexual intimacy. Engage in activities that foster non-sexual intimacy, such as cuddling, holding hands, and sharing meaningful conversations. Non-sexual intimacy strengthens the emotional bond and deepens the connection between partners. 1. Physical affection. Why it matters. Physical affection, such as cuddling and holding hands, reinforces emotional closeness and provides comfort and reassurance. How to implement. Make a habit of showing physical affection daily. For example, let's cuddle on the couch while we watch a movie tonight. 2. Meaningful conversations. Why it matters. Sharing thoughts, feelings, and experiences through meaningful conversations deepens the emotional connection and mutual understanding. How to implement. Set aside time for regular, uninterrupted conversations. For example, let's have a cup of tea together and talk about our day. 3. Shared activities. Why it matters. Engaging in activities together strengthens the bond and creates shared memories and experiences. How to implement. Find hobbies or activities you both enjoy and do them together. For example, let's go for a walk in the park together this weekend. 4. Acts of kindness. Why it matters. Small acts of kindness show appreciation and love, reinforcing the emotional connection and mutual support. How to implement. Perform thoughtful gestures for each other regularly. For example, I made your favorite breakfast this morning to show how much I care. 5. Quality time without distractions. Why it matters. Spending quality time together without distractions allows for deeper connection and focus on each other. How to implement. Set aside time where you can be fully present with each other, free from distractions. For example, let's have a tech-free evening and just enjoy each other's company. Practical steps for prioritizing quality time. 1. Plan intimate time together. Schedule regular dates or specific times for intimacy. Make it a priority amidst busy schedules. 2. Create a relaxing environment. Set the mood with candles, soft music, and a comfortable setting. Enhance the intimate experience. 3. Prioritize quality over quantity. Focus on the quality of intimate time rather than the frequency. Ensure meaningful and satisfying experiences. 4. Communicate desires and boundaries. Discuss desires and boundaries before intimate time. Ensure both partners feel comfortable and satisfied. 5. Be present and engaged. Put away distractions and focus entirely on each other. Enhance the connection and intimacy. 6. Show physical affection. Make a habit of showing physical affection daily. Reinforce emotional closeness and provide comfort. 7. Engage in meaningful conversations. Set aside time for regular, uninterrupted conversations. Deepen the emotional connection and mutual understanding. 8. Participate in shared activities. Find hobbies or activities you both enjoy and do them together. Create shared memories and experiences. 9. Perform acts of kindness. Regularly perform thoughtful gestures for each other. Show appreciation and love. 10. Spend quality time without distractions. Set aside time where you can be fully present with each other. Focus on each other without distractions. By prioritizing quality time through scheduled intimacy and engaging in activities that foster non-sexual intimacy, couples can strengthen their bond and maintain a vibrant and satisfying relationship. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and connected, promoting a healthy and enduring intimate relationship. Keeping the spark alive. Introduction. Maintaining excitement and passion in a long-term relationship requires intentional effort and creativity. Keeping the spark alive involves introducing elements of surprise and spontaneity, as well as exploring each other's fantasies. By continuously infusing the relationship with new experiences and being open to each other's desires, couples can keep their sexual relationship vibrant and satisfying. This guide explores the importance of surprise, spontaneity, and exploring fantasies, offering practical strategies for maintaining excitement and intimacy in a relationship. Surprise and spontaneity. Introduce elements of surprise and spontaneity into your sexual relationship to keep it exciting. Surprises and spontaneous actions can reignite passion, break routines, and create memorable experiences. 1. Plan surprise dates. Why it matters. Surprise dates inject excitement and novelty into the relationship, breaking the monotony of routine. How to implement. Plan a surprise date that includes activities you both enjoy. For example, I've planned a surprise date for us tonight. We're going to try that new restaurant you've been wanting to visit. 2. Spontaneous gestures of affection. Why it matters. Spontaneous gestures of affection can enhance emotional closeness and reignite passion. How to implement. Surprise your partner with unexpected kisses, hugs, or love notes. For example, I left a love note in your bag to surprise you during your day. 3. Try new locations. Why it matters. Exploring new locations for intimacy can add excitement and break the routine of familiar settings. How to implement. Suggest a spontaneous getaway or try being intimate in different areas of your home. For example, let's plan a spontaneous weekend getaway to a cozy cabin. 4. Introduce new activities. Why it matters. Introducing new activities or experiences can keep the relationship dynamic and engaging. How to implement. Plan spontaneous activities that you haven't tried before. For example, let's try a cooking class together for a fun and different date night. 5. Celebrate spontaneity. Why it matters. Embracing and celebrating spontaneity encourages a playful and adventurous spirit in the relationship. How to implement. Be open to impromptu plans and celebrate the excitement they bring. For example, I love how spontaneous we are. It keeps things exciting and fun. Exploring fantasies. Discuss and explore each other's fantasies, ensuring that any new activities are consensual and comfortable for both partners. Exploring fantasies can deepen intimacy and trust, providing a safe space for expressing desires. 1. Create an open dialogue. Why it matters. Open dialogue about fantasies fosters trust and understanding, allowing partners to share their desires without fear of judgment. How to implement. Encourage each other to share fantasies in a safe and supportive environment. For example, I'd love to hear about any fantasies you have. We can explore them together if you're comfortable. 2. Ensure mutual consent. Why it matters. Ensuring mutual consent is crucial for maintaining trust and comfort when exploring new fantasies. How to implement. Always check in with your partner and ensure they are comfortable with any new activities. For example, I want to make sure you're completely comfortable with this. Let's talk about any boundaries you have. 3. Start with small steps. Why it matters. Starting with small steps allows both partners to gradually explore fantasies without feeling overwhelmed. How to implement. Introduce elements of fantasies slowly and gauge each other's comfort levels. For example, let's start by incorporating a small part of this fantasy and see how we feel. 4. Use fantasy as a tool for connection. Why it matters. Using fantasy as a tool for connection can enhance intimacy and deepen the emotional bond. How to implement. Share and discuss fantasies as a way to connect emotionally and understand each other's desires. For example, sharing our fantasies has made me feel closer to you and more connected. 5. Reflect and adjust. Why it matters. Reflecting on the experience and making adjustments ensures that both partners continue to feel comfortable and satisfied. How to implement. After exploring a fantasy, discuss how it felt and make any necessary adjustments. For example, how did you feel about trying that? Is there anything we should change for next time? Practical steps for keeping the spark alive. 1. Plan surprise dates. Organize surprise dates that include activities you both enjoy. Inject excitement and novelty into the relationship. 2. Spontaneous gestures of affection. Surprise your partner with unexpected kisses, hugs, or love notes. Enhance emotional closeness and reignite passion. 3. Try new locations. Explore new locations for intimacy to add excitement. Break the routine of familiar settings. 4. Introduce new activities. Plan spontaneous activities you haven't tried before. Keep the relationship dynamic and engaging. 5. Celebrate spontaneity. Embrace and celebrate spontaneous plans. Encourage a playful and adventurous spirit. 6. Create an open dialogue. Foster trust and understanding by encouraging the sharing of fantasies. Provide a safe space for expressing desires. 7. Ensure mutual consent. Always check in and ensure your partner is comfortable with new activities. Maintain trust and comfort in the relationship. 8. Start with small steps. Introduce elements of fantasies slowly to gauge comfort levels. Allow for gradual exploration without feeling overwhelmed. 9. Use fantasy as a tool for connection. Share and discuss fantasies to enhance intimacy and emotional connection. Understand each other's desires deeply. 10. Reflect and adjust. Discuss experiences after exploring fantasies and make adjustments as needed. Ensure both partners continue to feel comfortable and satisfied. By introducing elements of surprise and spontaneity and exploring each other's fantasies, couples can keep their sexual relationship exciting and vibrant. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and connected, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Addressing changes. Introduction. In the course of a long-term relationship, it is natural for sexual desires and needs to evolve due to various factors such as aging, stress, or health issues. Being adaptable and supportive is crucial for maintaining intimacy and connection during these changes. Addressing changes effectively involves both understanding and adapting to life changes and seeking professional support when necessary. This guide explores the importance of adapting to life changes and seeking support, offering practical strategies for couples to navigate the evolving landscape of their sexual relationship. Adapting to life changes. Understand that sexual desires and needs may change over time due to factors such as aging, stress, or health issues. Be willing to adapt and adjust to these changes together. Adapting to life changes ensures that the relationship remains resilient and satisfying despite evolving circumstances. 1. Acknowledge the reality of change. Why it matters. Recognizing that changes in sexual desires and needs are a normal part of life helps in accepting and addressing them positively. How to implement. Discuss openly with your partner about the natural changes that may occur over time. For example, I've noticed that my libido has changed recently. Let's talk about how we can adapt to this together. 2. Communicate openly and honestly. Why it matters. Open and honest communication about changes in sexual desires and needs helps both partners understand and support each other. How to implement. Regularly check in with each other about how you're feeling and any changes you've noticed. For example, I've been feeling more stressed lately, which has affected my interest in sex. How have you been feeling? 3. Be empathetic and supportive. Why it matters. Empathy and support during times of change strengthen the relationship and ensure that both partners feel valued and understood. How to implement. Show empathy by listening without judgment and offering support. For example, I understand that you're experiencing changes in your sexual needs. I'm here to support you and we can figure this out together. 4. Adjust expectations and activities. Why it matters. Adjusting expectations and activities to align with changing needs ensures that both partners remain satisfied and connected. How to implement. Be open to trying new activities or adjusting existing ones to suit current needs. For example, let's explore different forms of intimacy that we both enjoy and feel comfortable with. 5. Maintain physical and emotional intimacy. Why it matters. Maintaining physical and emotional intimacy despite changes in sexual desires helps keep the connection strong. How to implement. Focus on non-sexual forms of intimacy, such as cuddling, holding hands, and meaningful conversations. For example, even if we're not as sexually active, let's make sure we're still physically close and emotionally connected. Seeking support. Don't hesitate to seek support from a therapist or counselor if needed. Professional help can provide valuable insights and strategies for maintaining intimacy. Seeking support ensures that couples have the tools and guidance to navigate challenges effectively. 1. Recognize when professional help is needed. Why it matters. Recognizing when you need professional help is the first step in addressing changes effectively and maintaining a healthy relationship. How to implement. Be aware of signs that you might benefit from professional support, such as persistent issues or significant emotional distress. For example, we've been struggling with this issue for a while. Maybe it's time to seek help from a therapist. 2. Find a qualified therapist or counselor. Why it matters. A qualified professional can offer specialized knowledge and strategies to help navigate changes in the relationship. How to implement. Research and select a therapist or counselor who specializes in sexual health or couples therapy. For example, let's look for a therapist who has experience with the issues we're facing. 3. Engage in therapy together. Why it matters. Engaging in therapy together ensures that both partners are involved in the process and committed to finding solutions. How to implement. Attend therapy sessions together and actively participate in the process. For example, let's make a commitment to attend these therapy sessions together and work on our relationship. 4. Implement professional advice. Why it matters. Following the advice and strategies provided by a professional can lead to meaningful improvements in the relationship. How to implement. Put into practice the techniques and recommendations given by the therapist or counselor. For example, our therapist suggested we try these communication exercises to improve our intimacy. Let's give them a try. 5. Maintain open communication about therapy. Why it matters. Discussing your experiences and progress in therapy helps reinforce the commitment to addressing changes and improving the relationship. How to implement. Regularly discuss how therapy is going and any insights or progress made. For example, I feel like our therapy sessions have been really helpful. How do you feel about the progress we've made? Practical steps for addressing changes. 1. Acknowledge the reality of change. Discuss openly with your partner about natural changes over time. Accept and address changes positively. 2. Communicate openly and honestly. Regularly check in about feelings and changes in desires. Ensure both partners understand and support each other. 3. Be empathetic and supportive. Listen without judgment and offer support. Strengthen the relationship through empathy. 4. Adjust expectations and activities. Be open to trying new activities or adjusting existing ones. Align activities with current needs and desires. 5. Maintain physical and emotional intimacy. Focus on non-sexual forms of intimacy. Keep the connection strong despite changes in sexual activity. 6. Recognize when professional help is needed. Be aware of signs that professional support may be beneficial. Address persistent issues or significant emotional distress. 7. Find a qualified therapist or counselor. Research and select a professional specializing in sexual health or couples therapy. Seek guidance from a knowledgeable expert. 8. Engage in therapy together. Attend therapy sessions together and actively participate. Commit to working on the relationship as a team. 9. Implement professional advice. Follow techniques and recommendations from the therapist. Apply professional strategies to improve the relationship. 10. Maintain open communication about therapy. Discuss experiences and progress in therapy regularly. Reinforce commitment to addressing changes and improving intimacy. By understanding and adapting to life changes and seeking professional support when needed, couples can navigate the evolving landscape of their sexual relationship effectively. This approach ensures that both partners feel supported, valued, and connected, promoting a healthy and enduring intimate relationship. Continuous learning. Introduction. A healthy and fulfilling sexual relationship requires continuous learning and adaptation. By utilizing educational resources and staying informed about sexual health and wellness, couples can ensure they are knowledgeable about safe and healthy sexual practices. Continuous learning fosters a deeper understanding of each other's needs and desires, helping to keep the relationship dynamic and satisfying. This guide explores the importance of educational resources and staying informed, offering practical strategies for continuous learning in a sexual relationship. Educational resources. Utilize educational resources such as books, workshops, and online courses to learn about sexual health and new practices. Educational resources provide valuable insights and techniques that can enhance intimacy and improve the sexual relationship. 1. Explore relevant books and articles. Why it matters. Books and articles offer in-depth knowledge and diverse perspectives on sexual health and intimacy. How to implement. Identify and read reputable books and articles on topics of interest. For example, let's read The Joy of Sex together to learn more about different techniques and perspectives on intimacy. 2. Attend workshops and seminars. Why it matters. Workshops and seminars provide interactive learning experiences and opportunities to ask questions and gain practical insights. How to implement. Look for workshops and seminars on sexual health and relationships in your area or online. For example, I found a workshop on enhancing intimacy in relationships. Would you like to attend it with me? 3. Enroll in online courses. Why it matters. Online courses offer flexibility and a wealth of information on various aspects of sexual health and intimacy. How to implement. Enroll in online courses that cover topics relevant to your interests and needs. For example, I signed us up for an online course on sexual wellness. We can watch the modules together and discuss them. 4. Join supportive communities. Why it matters. Supportive communities provide a space to share experiences and learn from others facing similar challenges and questions. How to implement. Join online forums, social media groups, or local meetups focused on sexual health and relationships. For example, there's an online community for couples looking to enhance their intimacy. Let's join and see what we can learn from others. 5. Consult experts. Why it matters. Consulting experts such as sex therapists or counselors provides personalized advice and guidance tailored to your specific needs. How to implement. Schedule consultations with professionals to address specific questions or concerns. For example, let's book a session with a sex therapist to get some expert advice on how to improve our intimacy. Staying informed. Stay informed about sexual health and wellness, ensuring that both partners are knowledgeable about safe and healthy sexual practices. Staying informed helps prevent misunderstandings and promotes a healthy and respectful sexual relationship. 1. Keep up with research and trends. Why it matters. Staying updated on the latest research and trends in sexual health ensures that you are informed about new practices and recommendations. How to implement. Follow reputable sources and subscribe to newsletters or journals on sexual health. For example, I subscribe to a newsletter that provides updates on the latest research in sexual health. 2. Discuss health and wellness regularly. Why it matters. Regular discussions about health and wellness ensure that both partners are on the same page and can address any concerns promptly. How to implement. Make it a habit to discuss health and wellness topics openly. For example, let's have regular check-ins to talk about our sexual health and any concerns we might have. 3. Practice safe sexual behaviors. Why it matters. Practicing safe sexual behaviors protects both partners from infections and other health issues. How to implement. Use protection. get regular health checkups, and communicate openly about sexual history. For example, we should both get tested regularly to ensure we're in good health and practicing safe sex. 4. Stay informed about consent and boundaries. Why it matters. Understanding and respecting consent and boundaries is crucial for a healthy sexual relationship. How to implement. Educate yourselves on the principles of consent and make sure both partners feel comfortable and respected. For example, let's review what consent means and make sure we're always clear about our boundaries. 5. Be open to continuous improvement. Why it matters. Being open to learning and improving helps keep the relationship dynamic and responsive to each partner's evolving needs. How to implement. Encourage each other to seek new information and share what you learn. For example, I read an interesting article about improving communication in intimate relationships. Let's try some of the tips they suggest. Practical steps for continuous learning. 1. Explore relevant books and articles. Identify and read reputable books and articles on sexual health and intimacy. Gain diverse perspectives and in-depth knowledge. 2. Attend workshops and seminars. Look for workshops and seminars on sexual health and relationships. Participate in interactive learning experiences. 3. Enroll in online courses. Sign up for online courses covering relevant topics. Learn flexibly and at your own pace. 4. Join supportive communities. Participate in online forums, social media groups, or local meetups. Share experiences and learn from others. 5. Consult experts. Schedule consultations with sex therapists or counselors. Receive personalized advice and guidance. 6. Keep up with research and trends. Follow reputable sources and subscribe to newsletters or journals. Stay updated on the latest research and recommendations. 7. Discuss health and wellness regularly. Have regular discussions about health and wellness. Address any concerns promptly and openly. 8. Practice safe sexual behaviors. Use protection and get regular health checkups. Communicate openly about sexual history. 9. Stay informed about consent and boundaries. Educate yourselves on the principles of consent. Ensure both partners feel comfortable and respected. 10. Be open to continuous improvement. Encourage each other to seek new information. Share what you learn and apply new strategies. By utilizing educational resources and staying informed about sexual health and wellness, couples can ensure they are knowledgeable and proactive about maintaining a healthy and fulfilling sexual relationship. Continuous learning fosters deeper understanding, enhances intimacy, and helps keep the relationship dynamic and satisfying. Shared exploration. Introduction. Shared exploration in a sexual relationship involves being open to trying new things together and using these experiences to build trust and deepen the connection between partners. Exploring new positions, locations, or incorporating elements like toys or role-playing can infuse excitement and novelty into the relationship, keeping it dynamic and fulfilling. This guide explores the importance of trying new things together and building trust through exploration, offering practical strategies for couples to enhance their intimacy and connection. Trying new things together. Be open to trying new things together, whether it's a new position, a new location, or incorporating new elements such as toys or role-playing. Trying new things keeps the relationship exciting and allows both partners to explore their desires and boundaries. 1. Discuss interests and comfort zones. Why it matters. Understanding each other's interests and comfort zones ensures that new experiences are enjoyable and consensual. How to implement. Have open discussions about what you're both interested in trying and what your boundaries are. For example, I've been curious about trying role-playing. How do you feel about that? 2. Start small and gradual. Why it matters. Starting with small, manageable changes helps both partners adjust and feel comfortable with new experiences. How to implement. Introduce new elements gradually, such as trying a new position or adding a simple toy. For example, let's try this new position tonight and see how we like it. 3. Explore new locations. Why it matters. Changing the location can add excitement and novelty to your sexual experiences. How to implement. Experiment with being intimate in different rooms of your home or plan a romantic getaway. For example, how about we set up a cozy space in the living room tonight? 4. Use toys and props. Why it matters. Incorporating toys and props can enhance pleasure and provide new sensations. How to implement. Choose toys or props that you both feel comfortable using and discuss how to incorporate them. For example, I bought a new toy that I think we might enjoy. Let's explore how we can use it together. 5. Engage in role-playing. Why it matters. Role-playing allows couples to explore different fantasies and add a playful element to their relationship. How to implement. Discuss and plan role-playing scenarios that appeal to both partners. For example, let's try a role-playing scenario where we pretend to be strangers meeting for the first time. Building trust through exploration. Use shared exploration as an opportunity to build trust and deepen the connection. Trust is essential for a healthy and satisfying sexual relationship, and shared exploration can enhance intimacy and understanding. 1. Communicate openly and honestly. Why it matters. Open and honest communication about desires and boundaries fosters trust and ensures both partners feel respected and understood. How to implement. Share your thoughts and feelings openly and encourage your partner to do the same. For example, I feel excited about trying new things, but I also want to make sure we're both comfortable. How do you feel? 2. Respect boundaries and consent. Why it matters. Respecting boundaries and ensuring mutual consent builds trust and makes both partners feel safe and valued. How to implement. Always check in with your partner and respect their boundaries. For example, if at any point you feel uncomfortable, let me know, and we can stop or try something else. 3. Celebrate shared experiences. Why it matters. Celebrating new experiences together reinforces the bond and creates positive memories. How to implement. Acknowledge and celebrate the new things you try together. For example, I had a great time trying that new thing with you. It brought us closer and was really fun. 4. Provide positive reinforcement. Why it matters. Positive reinforcement encourages further exploration and makes both partners feel appreciated and supported. How to implement. Compliment and thank your partner for their willingness to try new things. For example, I really appreciate how open you are to exploring new things with me. It means a lot. 5. Reflect and adjust. Why it matters. Reflecting on new experiences and making adjustments as needed ensures that both partners continue to feel comfortable and satisfied. How to implement. Discuss what worked well and what could be improved. For example, I enjoyed trying that new activity, but I think we could make it even better by doing this next time. Practical steps for shared exploration. 1. Discuss interests and comfort zones. Have open discussions about interests and boundaries. Ensure new experiences are enjoyable and consensual. 2. Start small and gradual. Introduce new elements gradually. Make manageable changes to help both partners adjust. 3. Explore new locations. Experiment with being intimate in different rooms or plan getaways. Add excitement and novelty by changing the location. 4. Use toys and props. Incorporate toys and props to enhance pleasure. Choose items that both partners feel comfortable using. 5. Engage in role-playing. Plan role-playing scenarios that appeal to both partners. Explore different fantasies and add a playful element. 6. Communicate openly and honestly. Share thoughts and feelings openly. Encourage open and honest communication about desires and boundaries. 7. Respect boundaries and consent. Check in with your partner and respect their boundaries. Ensure mutual consent to build trust and safety. 8. Celebrate shared experiences. Acknowledge and celebrate new experiences together. Reinforce the bond and create positive memories. 9. Provide positive reinforcement. Compliment and thank your partner for their willingness to explore. Encourage further exploration through positive reinforcement. 10. Reflect and adjust. Discuss what worked well and what could be improved. Make adjustments to ensure both partners feel comfortable and satisfied. By being open to trying new things together and using shared exploration to build trust, couples can enhance their intimacy and deepen their connection. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and excited about their intimate relationship, promoting a healthy and fulfilling partnership. Setting goals. Introduction. Setting goals in a relationship, particularly around sexual intimacy and personal growth, can help maintain excitement and foster deeper connections between partners. By collaboratively setting sexual goals and supporting each other's personal growth, couples can ensure their relationship remains dynamic, fulfilling, and responsive to each partner's evolving needs. This guide explores the importance of setting sexual goals and encouraging personal growth, offering practical strategies for couples to enhance their intimacy and mutual support. Sexual goals. Set sexual goals together, such as trying a new activity each month or spending more time on foreplay. These goals can keep the relationship dynamic and exciting by providing a sense of direction and purpose in exploring intimacy. 1. Discuss and agree on goals. Why it matters. Collaborative goal setting ensures that both partners are on the same page and committed to achieving the goals. How to implement. Have open discussions to identify shared interests and goals. For example, let's talk about what new activities we'd like to try and set a goal for each month. 2. Create a plan. Why it matters. A clear plan helps in systematically exploring new activities and ensuring that goals are met. How to implement. Outline the steps needed to achieve each goal, such as researching new activities or scheduling dedicated time. For example, this month, let's focus on enhancing foreplay. We can start by reading some articles and setting aside more time for it. 3. Set realistic and achievable goals. Why it matters. Setting realistic goals ensures that both partners feel motivated and capable of achieving them, preventing frustration and disappointment. How to implement. Start with small, achievable goals and gradually increase complexity. For example, let's try one new position this month and see how we like it. We can add more if it works well. 4. Track progress and celebrate achievements. Why it matters. Tracking progress and celebrating achievements reinforce positive behaviors and create a sense of accomplishment. How to implement. Keep a journal or calendar to track your goals and celebrate each milestone. For example, we tried that new activity this month and it was great. Let's celebrate with a special date night. 5. Be flexible and adjust as needed. Why it matters. Flexibility ensures that goals remain relevant and achievable, accommodating changes in circumstances or preferences. How to implement. Regularly review and adjust your goals based on your experiences and feedback. For example, we found that this activity wasn't as enjoyable as we thought. Let's adjust our goal for next month. Personal growth. Support each other's personal growth and self-discovery. Encourage each other to explore and express individual desires and interests, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for each other. 1. Encourage individual interests. Why it matters. Supporting each other's interests promotes personal fulfillment and enriches the relationship. How to implement. Encourage your partner to pursue their hobbies and interests. For example, I know you've always wanted to take a cooking class. Let's find one you can join. 2. Share and explore together. Why it matters. Sharing and exploring individual interests together can strengthen the bond and create shared experiences. How to implement. Participate in each other's interests and activities. For example, I'd love to join you for a yoga class. Could be a fun way to spend time together and try something new. 3. Set personal development goals. Why it matters. Personal development goals help individuals grow and contribute positively to the relationship. How to implement. Set personal goals and support each other in achieving them. For example, I'm setting a goal to read more books this year. Can you help me choose some good ones? 4. Celebrate each other's achievements. Why it matters. Celebrating achievements reinforces support and appreciation, boosting self-esteem and relationship satisfaction. How to implement. Acknowledge and celebrate each other's accomplishments, big or small. For example, congratulations on completing that project. Let's celebrate your success this weekend. 5. Maintain open communication. Why it matters. Open communication about personal growth and goals fosters mutual understanding and support. How to implement. Regularly discuss your personal goals and progress with each other. For example, how are you doing with your fitness goals? Is there any way I can support you? Practical steps for setting goals. 1. Discuss and agree on goals. Identify shared interests and goals through open discussions. Ensure both partners are committed to achieving the goals. 2. Create a plan. Outline the steps needed to achieve each goal. Schedule dedicated time for activities related to the goals. 3. Set realistic and achievable goals. Start with small, achievable goals and gradually increase complexity. Prevent frustration by ensuring goals are attainable. 4. Track progress and celebrate achievements. Use a journal or calendar to track goals and milestones. Celebrate each achievement to reinforce positive behaviors. 5. Be flexible and adjust as needed. Regularly review and adjust goals based on experiences and feedback. Ensure goals remain relevant and achievable. 6. Encourage individual interests. Support your partner in pursuing their hobbies and interests. Promote personal fulfillment and relationship enrichment. 7. Share and explore together. Participate in each other's interests and activities. Strengthen the bond through shared experiences. 8. Set personal development goals. Set personal goals and support each other in achieving them. Contribute positively to the relationship through personal growth. 9. Celebrate each other's achievements. Acknowledge and celebrate accomplishments, big or small. Boost self-esteem and relationship satisfaction. 10. Maintain open communication. Regularly discuss personal goals and progress. Foster mutual understanding and support. By setting sexual goals and supporting each other's personal growth, couples can keep their relationship dynamic and exciting. This approach ensures that both partners feel valued, understood, and motivated to explore and grow together, promoting a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship.